Hey man, what's up?
Just playing a game.
Oh, that's cool.
But I'm gonna have to kill you.
Wait, why? Oh, I signed a contract.
Wait, you signed a contract?
I ended up with some guy's property in the woods, and so he made me sign a contract where if I kill some people, he won't take my soul.
You don't have a soul.
Son of a...
It had been so long since we've had a good 3D platformer. We used to have great ones like Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Spyro the Dragon, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. But suddenly, out of the great heavens above, we were blessed with a glorious game at the end of the year. That game would be none other than Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh man, I've had so much fun playing this game. I remember beating it like 100% at least twice, which is crazy. I'm so happy to be talking about... Wait, what's that? We're not talking about Mario Odyssey? I don't have a Switch? Oh, well, I guess talk about Hat in Time then. I don't have a physical copy, so this is the best thing I've got.
A Hat in Time is a 3D platformer made by a small company called Gears for Breakfast, and holy fudge is this game fun. It's got quirky and memorable characters, a simple but charming story, and not to mention the character you play as is cute as heck.
Oh man, I remember going into this expecting to love the game coming out of it, and boy was I right. We'll save the overall opinion for the end. Right now, let's talk about what makes the game great in the first place.
So as far as the story goes, it's where the main character is fighting a large reptilian creature, but her hat gets squashed and she gets kicked off the ship, where she lands in a black and white world full of ghost hats and meets a sentient hat. Okay, how the real story goes is the main character named Hat Kid, creative name, I know, is flying home in her ship, when some guy from the mafia comes in and wants her to pay for being near his town. She refuses, so he breaks down the window and all the timepieces, her source of power, get sucked out onto the vast open world below her. The story is pretty simple, but usually story isn't all that important when it comes to 3D collectathons like this one. There are 4 main worlds, each feeling completely unique from one another with their own side plots and everything. There's the beginning town, which I think fits well as the first world, since it's an open enough world for you to get the feel of how the game will be. There's a movie studio where 2 birds are competing against each other for best movie, a ghost world where you literally sell your soul, and there's a world taking place up in the skies. Most of the characters are so memorable, like the Snatcher, the Conductor, Mustache Girl, creative name I know. The list goes on, except for that weird cat chef, whatever her name was. I completely forgot she was even there, to be honest. Heck, the guy at the front counter of Dead Bird Studio was easier to remember than she was. But then again, he was voiced by JonTron, and we should all know by now how much I like JonTron.
Oh, thanks. I'm reading a book. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, that's another cool thing about this game. They got some YouTubers to voice in the game as well. I love hearing people that I recognize in games that I play.
It was the before-mentioned bird at the counter, which was voiced by JonTron because they weren't afraid of controversy like a certain other game. A YouTuber known as Youngtown, I believe, voiced the Snatcher, and a ProZD voiced one of the other birds in Chapter 2. All the voice actors did great jobs in my opinion, although the conductor sounded like his accent would get more and more intense as time went on, but I guess that just added to the charm of his character.
Let me talk about the ending next, and I highly recommend that you go ahead and skip past this part if you haven't played it for yourself. Right here is right where my hands are at, that's where the time code's gonna be, just skip to that.
By the end, the main villain, named Mustache Girl, who has a British accent so thick that you might as well put 2 C's at the end of it, gets a hold of the timepieces and completely takes over the planet. You go through a bunch of corridors to reach her where you battle her for the timepieces back. After a while though, all the characters you met in the past come in and back you up, but when they fail, they decide to literally kill themselves, just so that she'd be healed to defeat Mustache Girl. Hat Kid leaves the planet behind to head home with a smile on her face and a tear in her eye. I'm not gonna lie, the ending is super cheesy, but it just made me love the game even more than I already did.
But yeah, that's the story for A Hat in Time. It's simple and cheesy, but that just adds to the charm of the game. Hey man, what's up? Anything new?
Oh, nothing. I just gotta find a haunted toilet.
Wait. A haunted toilet?
Yes, you heard that correctly. I have to find a haunted toilet.
Wait, weren't you supposed to get your contract canceled?
Ugh.
A Hat in Time plays like any old school platformer. It has jumping, running, attacking.
Come on, this game isn't anything special. It's just like any other 3D platformer out there.
You better shut the heck up or I'm gonna hit you with this umbrella.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, you're not very nice. Fair enough.
Hat Kid feels very smooth and fun to control. She has a wide array of moves she can pull off. She has the basic jumping and attacking with an umbrella, of course. However, she can also run up walls for a short period of time, allowing her to reach higher places. She also has hats you can create that have their own abilities. Later on, you'll also get a grappling hook. That's also pretty fun to use, I might add. There's a hat that lets you see where you go for your mission. There's a hat that lets you run since for some reason you are completely incapable of running without a hat. There's also a hat that lets you throw explosive potions, which is personally my favorite because I like to explodinate things.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna make sure exploding is an official word in the dictionary. Here's my petition, you should sign it when you get the chance.
There's also a hat that reveals hidden platforms in a way. It's kind of complicated to explain through words. There's also a hat that turns you into an ice sculpture that can catapult you from certain platforms. And finally, there's a hat that slows down time temporarily. Along with those hats, there are badges that kinda act like perks. These badges usually give you special abilities that you don't normally have. You usually get them by spending your source of money, called pawns, to the badge seller. There's quite a decent variety of badges to choose from. There's a badge that replaces your sprint hat with a scooter. There's a badge that prevents you from taking fall damage. There's a badge that makes you always have 1 HP for if you're feeling up for the challenge. Oh, and there's a badge that makes all the voices muffled. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all just going. Oh, just right here. Yeah, we're all just. You must come. You must come.
Hold on a second.
Okay, so I went over there, and now it wants me to go into some haunted house.
Wait, what happened to that contract?
One of the best parts of the game, though, are the worlds you can explore. I've already mentioned them before, but the missions of them have such variety. One moment you'll be going up against the Mafia, the next moment you'll be doing deeds in return for your soul. Sounds pleasant, I know.
Every tile card is unique to its own mission. What are you looking at? What, you never seen a guy with 2 sunglasses before? Well, now you have.
Levels also have many collectibles, of course. There's the pawns, which you'll use for money, and are found pretty much everywhere you look. There's different kinds of yarn hidden around which you will need to make hats that are necessary for continuing the game. There's relics you can use to decorate your ship with, and of course, there's the timepieces, which are your main objective to find in this game. Some pieces are also hidden in these hidden places called time rifts. These are linear levels that are less focused on exploration and more focused on actual platforming. They're usually pretty simple, but they're fun nonetheless. You can also find rift tokens, which can be used on a slot machine to get other neat things like color design for your character, music remixes, or even different designs for your hat.
I like the variety of things you can find in this game. It really keeps you searching for quite a while. Well, until you find everything, of course.
Hey! Steven! Steven! Hey! You in there? Hello?
What is it?
I have some bad news! The well is clogged! You'll get your contract canceled. Fine.
Silence. I'm listening to pure art.
The music is one of the best parts of this game. The music is so catchy and it fits all the battles and worlds so well. And the thing is, the music in this game is kind of the music where if you listen to it, you know it's from A Hat in Time. It sounds like music specifically from this game, not to mention it's super catchy and memorable.
Hey, Steven! Don't interrupt my time of peace!
Okay, no. Listen. The best way I can deal with this guy is to beat the heck out of him with blue paint. I know that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but trust me, it'll work.
Hold up, I got something that might help.
How the heck did you get this?
You don't want to know. As for criticism, it's mostly just nitpicks, really.
Like the ropes you jump on are a little wonky to get around. I found myself struggling multiple times to land on them. I'm not sure, but I think it might just be me.
Oh, and then there's the windmill.
Fudge. No. What? What? Other than that, there's really not much to say.
Wow, that was quick.
Oh, we ended up becoming friends after I beat the heck out of him. Oh, that hurt.
Well, at least it ended well.
Yeah, but I doubt I'll see him again.
Now what are you gonna do?
Well, actually, it just so happens I was invited to a literature club.
Since when are you into literature?
Don't worry about it. I gotta get going. I'll talk to you later. Adios, amigos. Ciao, whatever. All those goodbyes.
A Hat in Time is one of those games that just doesn't get the attention that it deserves. It's got memorable characters, a great soundtrack, fun gameplay, and so much more that makes the game enjoyable.
To be honest, this is one of the best indie games I've ever played in a while. I haven't had this much fun in a game in such a long time. I highly recommend that you try this game out for yourself. You won't regret it. Well, this is Powerful SL, signing off, goodbye.
Hey, Steven! Get out!